think about, teaching the world that they're energetic superheroes, because it's been proven. You could look up Greg Braden, Bruce Lipton, Joe Dispenza, all their stuff, and they're uncovering things. They go to the monasteries in Tibet. They go all over the place. Well, Greg Braden does most of that research, and he's like, listen, if 1% of the world was to focus on peace in their heart, like the Lost Books of Thomas say, that's the way that you pray, is basically you want it to rain, you feel the rain under your feet, and you make it your intention to have it rain. You smell what the rain would smell like, you feel like what it would feel like in your heart, and the rains come, and that's the same thing with the Indians doing the rain dances and stuff, that they're not, it's not exactly praying for rain, it's that you're in prayer to make it happen, because you're the part of that makes it happen. With you, God, love, the universe is making it happen. It's your heart and your energetic self that brings these things into being. It comes through you, like the music comes through you, okay? Peace comes through you. And by that, I mean, peace comes through you. So everything is energy and vibration, right? And peace is energy. Now, if you feel peace in your heart by putting your hand over your heart and closing your eyes and focusing on your heart space, and you say, what would world peace feel like in my heart? What would I see? What would it smell like? What would it taste like? How would it make my heart, my soul, my spirit, my mind feel, knowing that we have peace on earth? What would world peace feel like to the children of the planet, to the universe, to everything that's out there? What would world peace feel like to the animals, to the oceans, to the air, to the trees? What would world peace feel like? Okay? If you take a moment and feel that in your heart, just feel what world peace would feel like. You can create anything you want in the whole world, and you get to create world peace. What would that feel like in your heart? Now, that feeling right there created an energetic space within you for world peace, to connect to all other energies of world peace in the planet, in the universe. And when 1% of the world does this, that's like 800 million people, we will have world peace. And you can do it at any time. Once you open yourself up to be a connection for world peace, as that stuff is flowing around, you're gonna feel it. And let me tell you something, you're gonna be like, wow, I can't believe this is happening. I can't believe all these great people are around. I can't believe this wonderful place I ended up at. It's because you opened yourself up. You opened your heart up to feel it. And you opened your eyes up to see it. And to imagine
in about 10
it.
miles, turn left onto US 25.
Okay, I gotta start turning here or something. So let me and I can't believe we haven't seen any of those flowers this whole time. Let's see that. You know what that is? You haven't seen the flowers this whole time, right? Unbelievable. But this is what they're focusing on. The government is focusing on, let me hear it, Bethel Chapel. Okay. Oh, I guess we're going this way. So the government is focusing on putting up this 5G. Okay. They're focusing on, I don't know, all kinds of different things that we don't need to be focusing on. You know, We really don't. We need to be focusing on the world peace together. And that's how we have to do this. Put on your energetic superhero. Those were beautiful orange flowers, and I'm sorry I totally missed them. And a horse. Yeah, just put on your beautiful superhero cape, okay? Your energetic superhero cape as we're traveling down 67. And feel what world peace would feel like in your heart. And you know what? Even if you don't believe it, just try it. Why not? Why not? It's worth its roll of the dice. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it? Isn't world peace worth a roll of the dice? Even if it's just a hypothesis that 1% of the world prays for peace and we have peace on earth. And not prays for it. Just believes it in their heart and feels it in their heart and you know, sees it with their mind's eye, with their eyes, like, you know, imagines it, okay? Like you could imagine something being soft, you know, and imagine something being cozy and comfortable. And, you know, imagine every child waking up to peace on earth. And I'm talking about these children that have not seen that in quite some time. This is the cows. And just all the people of the earth, everybody, but just feeling world peace, believing in world peace, waking up to the comfort, going to sleep to the comfort of peace on earth, going to sleep to the comfort of peace in your heart, in your mind, your soul, and your spirit. I mean, knowing that that's what we're handing down to the next generation, that we together, we did this. You know what I'm saying? Like, we made this happen. Dude, I could cry. I could really cry because I feel like it's that simple. I believe it's that simple. Like, they took, I believe, 1,000 monks and they put them in Afghanistan or somewhere in the Middle East where they were having a really bad time. And that 1% of that town where those 1,000 monks were was completely peaceful. So a monk, what they focus on, they'll focus on peace and love and joy and happiness, and they really focus, man. They can focus. They're like, ooh, and then they like to giggle too, man. When the monks came to town into Florida and they did the water blessing, and they made this giant sand mandala out of these beautiful colored sands that they made, and every little piece of sand that they put down there, every little whatever tiny thing that they used to make this, it was incredible. This huge sand mandala that they pray over everything that they're doing, right? And they put good intention into the sand and the people and the place that they are. And then they take all this sand, they sweep it all up, and they put it into the ocean as a blessing. Look at this. Oh, I can't see the horses. Wait. I'm going to put this way. So, that's it, man. That's basically what I'm saying. I'm doing these videos because I believe that's my intention. That's what I want to do. You know, if I could be a part of anything in this world, I would like to be a part of world peace happening for everyone. You know, that would be the greatest achievement ever, right? And I tell you, or told about, you know, that this is something that wakes me up. It's what I think about when I wake up. It's what I think about before I go to sleep at night. You know, how to make this happen. And that, you know, it started out that I was just waking up that way. But then it became like, okay, this is actually a mission. This is actually something that I need to be doing. You know, I can do this. that was the whole thing. I was thinking, I can't, how can me, one person, do this? But the truth is, I believe that it only takes one person to make a difference in the world, you know. And I look at Jesus, and whether you believe in Jesus or you don't, that's not the situation, you know. As far as I'm concerned, he was teaching me that the Church of Christ is within us. You know, God is love, and love is within all of us, and we are energetic superheroes. And as much as we look at the world and we say, what am I going to do, one person? Well, you can do what I'm doing. Not if you don't want to, of course not, but, you know, if you want to make a difference, just speak about this, because when you speak it into existence, peace on earth, you speak into existence. That's how it's done. And I'm speaking it into the earth. So if anybody wants to join me, cool. If not, hey, no big deal. You know, that's on you. You know, if you knew that your thoughts would change the world and, you know, bring peace on earth, would you do that? You know, would you say, Jesus is love? It's true, man. You don't have to be a religion. Religions, I'm not even going to go there, okay? You don't have to be a religion. You just have to be you. You came here with everything you need. You get a boo-boo, it heals up, because God made it that way. That's how you decided to come here. You came here perfectly the way you want to be, so don't let the world tell you any different. And if any of this stuff resonates with you, thank you. Because, you know, I'll tell you a quick story. My whole life I've been like this, okay? It's been my whole life. I'm Aquarius, I search for unity, I love peace on earth, I love, you know, beautiful things, I love nature, I love animals, I love life, I love happiness, I love all that stuff, okay? And my whole life, I never found people like me. They're always like, oh, you're the black sheep of the family, you're different, you go to the beat of a different drummer, blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, how can I be that different than everybody else? It just doesn't make any sense to me. And then I come to Florida, and I meet a bunch of musicians and stuff, and I'm talking about my whole peace and love thing, and what I think, and what you know, spirituality and the whole nine, you know, and people keep telling me, oh, you got to meet the Rainbow Family. Oh, you got to meet Sunshine. I'm like, who are these people? And they're like, well, the hippies from the 60s that didn't want to participate in, you know, in the war, they just went into the woods and they stayed there, and they created communities, and they prayed, and they prayed for peace. They believed in peace in their hearts, and they became the Rainbow Family. They became the activists, the people who stopped the war, you know, and brought a different solution to the table. Because every was like, if you're not American, if you're not fighting in the war, send your kids there. No way, man. I mean, how backward is that? You know? And it's like, if the leaders of the countries can't get along, please, we have children in kindergarten that we teach to share and get along, but the leaders of the countries can't get along? That's not okay. It's not okay. Something's wrong with that. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm looking for people that basically what I was a hippie. You know, I dressed different, I talked different, I acted different, I didn't wear shoes. You know, I didn't think anything of it. That's what
At the next stop sign, turn left.
Okay. So that's what I enjoyed, man. And one day, I get to, they say, I gotta listen to this direction. I say,
At the stop sign, turn left onto US 25.
all right. So one day I go to Trail Park and I meet the Rainbow family. And I'm like, oh my God, there are hippies and crystals and beads and jewelry and puppies and freaking music and really cool, awesome organic foods and
At the next lights, turn left.
and really cool stuff, okay? Just really beautiful little babies everywhere, it was just the cutest thing. And colors, dude. The colors were everywhere. So, oh, I remember that little place. Okay. Oh, I'm getting familiar with this. 225.
At the lights, turn left onto Highway 225.
Okay. So anyway, I'm like, holy hat, dude. And I'm looking all over. I'm asking everybody. I'm like, hey, does anybody know Sunshine? And they're like, oh, yeah. She's here. I saw her. She's here. Whatever. So,
In 8.7 miles, turn left onto Montague Avenue Extension.
okay. So anyway, I finally find Sunshine. And I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe I'm meeting you. So many people told me I needed to meet you. And I said, my name's Angel. And she's like, Angel, this would be a perfect time to circle up. And I'm like, circle up? And she, all of a sudden, she's like, circle up, right? And everybody starts yelling, circle up. People in the woods are yelling, circle up. Now, she held my hand, and next thing I know, there's 70 people around one of my hands, and another 30 people are around the other part of to the left of me, and there's like 100 hippies in a circle. And I want to tell you, it was a beautiful thing. And Sunshine goes, well, I just want to say I have never seen a bigger circle than this at a local gathering. And she said, we are so blessed to have this, And then I was like, whoa. She goes, listen, I know all of you are here from all different places, and we're all here for the same reason, peace and love. And she said, why don't we start by everybody just saying their name and where they're from? And I was like, whoa, okay. So people started saying their name, and they started saying where they were from, and they were from everywhere. A lot of people were from Florida too. And there's a fair down that way. And I was like, whoa, man, look at all these beautiful people. And I had such a feeling going through me when I was holding these people's hands. And I said, when it came to me, and people were saying, oh, I'm Rainbow Tribe from Alabama, I'm Rainbow Tribe from California, and it comes to me, and I said, hi, my name is Angel, and this is my son Jace, and I just want to say that I can't believe I found you people. Like, I'm so happy to be here. And all together, they said, welcome home, Angel. And I melted, dude. I just melted, because it was the most welcoming thing you could hear, It was so beautiful. Anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling now, because I haven't seen those yellow flowers this whole time. The whole time I've been filming, I took pictures of them on the road. I'm gonna put that up as the picture, I think, because they were so gorgeous. Anyway, yeah, man, it's a beautiful thing that we can do. And it started out with the Rainbow Gathering. The hippies from the 60s, the flower children, peace and love, and Mother Earth, and the Hopi prophecies, and the three sisters, and and then whatever. I think it's corn and beans and squash or something. The 3 elements, the 3 foods, and maybe it's 7 sisters. Might be confusing that, but I mean, there's just so much tied into this. The Ho'oponopono, I'm sorry, please forgive me, thank you, and I love you. That would be Hawaiian, and just there's so much of it out there. I don't know it all, you know, but what I do know and how I did come to this is just the way I told you. So I say peace and love, and joy and happiness, and healthy food and healthiness for everyone. And remember with your words, you know, say positive words, entertain positive thoughts. You know, when you're talking, just use the most positive words you can use. I know I had to use a couple of words in there to explain a couple of things as to how I got to where I was, and as to who the Rainbow family is. But above and beyond it all, if you could stay positive, that whole yin yang thing, whatever. We're on a new plane. We're above that now. And in the new plane, it's not like this whole yin yang, you know, it's like love, okay? And then we'll create whatever it is that we have to create, that is a learning experience through, you know, how to get to this love place. I really have this camera on the wrong time. I have it up here so that I can drive and not be holding it. And then there was all that stuff back there. Those train tracks, old train tracks are very cool too. Yeah. I gotta say Joe Rizzuto there, don't I? That's so funny. Every time I think of that, I laugh. But anyway, back at the ranch, I just want to say peace and love. And if you made it through this video, good on you, man. You know, I don't know if I would have, but I think I would have. I don't know about the average bear, though. The average bear would be like, oh, God, this girl's too much. But I'm just a girl from Queens in the back roads of South Carolina, telling a story about my life and about why I believe in world peace, and I believe it's possible, and why I want to be part of this. I want to be part of this hypothesis, you know, and I don't, everybody, I think everybody should be part of it. I think everybody should be part of, you know, making something beautiful happen if they could. I don't know what the speed limit is here. I mean, these people are going like 2 miles an hour, but I don't know. I got to check back into this drive. So peace and love, and, you know, happiness to everyone, man. Healthy food and happiness to everyone. Auspiciousness